Hey guys, what's up? It's Erica. Welcome back to my channel. So I moved into my apartment in the beginning of March, which I can't believe it's almost June now. So I've been here March, April, May, like almost 3 months, which has just gone by so quickly, especially with like everything that's gone on since March. I documented my whole search for my apartment in San Francisco, and it seemed like a lot of people were really interested in the videos that I made, and like hopefully they were helpful. So now my boyfriend wants to move to San Francisco with one of his good friends, and I decided that why not just document it. It was also kind of interesting to see how things like might be different since I was looking pre-coronavirus. Obviously when we were looking, we were wearing masks and keeping social distance from people. The first apartment that we viewed was in Lower Nob Hill, and I wrote this down as the green place because some of the walls were painted like mint green, and online I thought it looked so ugly, but in person it really wasn't that bad. It kind of made it a little bit more cheerful. It was nice because they had an elevator and it was like a pretty nice building, but parking would definitely be difficult. It was like only street parking. The price for this place was $3,425, which was kind of on like the lower end of a lot of the places that they were looking at. It had 2 decent sized bedrooms. One of them was definitely bigger than the other, but compared to some of the other places that we saw where one bedroom was like a million times better, these bedrooms were more like equally sized. And then it also had 2 bathrooms, which was really nice, and they were both full bathrooms. They were both connected right off the living room, which was kind of interesting because I feel like normally one of them is like a master bath, but yeah, so it didn't like make one of the rooms a master or anything. I personally loved the view from the bedrooms. It looked onto this like old brick building, which gave me like New York vibes. The kitchen was pretty updated. There was a dishwasher. They got pretty good natural light. They did have a laundry in the building, which was nice. I think out of all of them, it might have been like my personal favorite. The second apartment that we saw was also in Lower Nob Hill. The price was $3,700, but it did include parking. And with the parking, it had guest parking. There was also garage storage, which was really cool. Apartment itself was a little bit more outdated. It was really big, huge, like living room, dining room area. The kitchen was more like a galley kitchen, but it looked like right onto the living room and dining room. So this was the favorite place that they saw. This was a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, and 1 bedroom was by far like 1,000 times better. It was connected to the balcony that you could also get to off of the living room, and it had this huge walk-in closet. It definitely had some like details in it that I felt looked like very kind of like 70s, and not like, I guess some like personal random like wallpaper decals up around the windows that I thought were just like really ugly, but this was definitely their favorite place. It was really cool. The laundry was super cheap, which is such a random flex, but like it was like 75 cents where a lot of the places were like $1.25. So you gotta save money where you can. It was a really cool space. It was definitely the favorite that we saw. The next place that we saw was in the Civic Center, Van Ness area. It wasn't too far from the other place that we saw, like 2 blocks down, but the neighborhood just completely changed. Didn't really feel as safe. We were there during the day, and he is going to be living with a female, and we were both kind of like, nah, this is not a good place for her to like walk home at night. So they wanted to check this place out because it was $2,995, which was by far the cheapest place that we saw. It was also a junior apartment, which basically means it doesn't have a living room. It was very interesting. Like both of the bedrooms were huge, and they both had like humongous walk-in closets that you could literally like put a bed in. The person who was showing us the place did mention that it gets sprayed for pests every like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, which obviously you don't just spray your building every Monday, Wednesday, Friday because you don't have a bug problem. So that was kind of a turnoff. Just like the neighborhood was a turnoff, not having a living room. The inside was great, like it was nice, it felt clean. Maybe it's not though. And what was cool is that it had like a shared backyard area where you could like barbecue, and it definitely felt like you weren't in the area that you were. Definitely will not be the place. At least I hope not for them. The fourth place that we checked out was back in Lower Nob Hill. It was listed for $3,395. This was a really cool old building. There was like really nice paneling on the inside. Inside there were 2 bedrooms and 1 bathroom. One of the bedrooms was a lot smaller than the other and had like a small window, and also it didn't have a closet. So I mean, technically it's not really a bedroom, but whatever, it's listed as one. The kitchen had been updated. I thought it felt a little bit dark in there, especially there was like really nice old paneling, but because it's so dark, I think it makes it feel a little bit darker. It was a nice place, there was nothing wrong with it, but it also just didn't stand out compared to the other places that we saw. So the next day we checked out 2 more places. This place was in Nob Hill. I thought it was like a really more like quaint, cute area of Nob Hill. Nob Hill is very like city, but this was like a little bit off of like the main streets, and there was like a cute little grocery store across the street, lots of people walking around. Seemed like a nice neighborhood. And I guess because like most of the places we saw were in Lower Nob Hill, so this was like Nob Hill, so you were on top of the hill. It has roof access, which we didn't see, but it was listed, so I'm guessing there's communal roof access, which is cool. It was listed for $3,595. This was a 2-bedroom, 1 bath. One of the bedrooms again was bigger than the other, and it had a lot better lighting. It seemed like this was probably normally just like a 1-bedroom, and then they like, and it had like a grand dining room and living room, probably like how a lot of these places started out. So one of the bedrooms was like a lot bigger, and it also had like sliding doors that you could get into the living room through, which you'd probably just always keep closed. It also had really nice paneling on the inside. The kitchen was pretty big. It was kind of just like a long hallway though, and there was like a little mud room off of it. You could just use it for storage. I don't know, maybe if you had a bike, you could put a bike in there. I thought this place was really cute, but it wasn't like anything super special and like didn't wow me. The last place that we looked at was located in Russian Hill, and this one was like really interesting because it's not like in a complex, like it is a building, but your door is like directly outside. But it was like a really quiet, safe feeling area because you're kind of just like on this hill, which was cool because it was like really easy outdoor access. But to get to like the laundry room and the parking, you're gonna have to walk pretty far, which parking was included, and it was listed for $3,700. It was really, really big. You walked into a huge like dining room, living room, and kitchen. The kitchen was tiny, but the rest of it was very nicely sized. There's also a fireplace. It was 2 bedrooms and 1 bathroom. The bathroom was like fine. It was kind of small, along with the kitchen, like just not updated or anything. The worst part about this place, one room was legitimately a cave, no windows, but the other bedroom had a window and a much bigger closet, and I don't know, who wants to live in a bedroom with no window? Like, but the rest of the place was really cool. It was cool to see something so different than a lot of the other places on the market. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It seemed like people were interested in the videos that I made when I was searching, so I figured why not film this process as well. Thank you guys for watching. If you want to see the process that I went through, I will link the videos so you guys can check those out. Let me know if there's anything else you guys want to hear about this process, and I'll see you guys in my next video.